Welcome to my channel. So in this particular tutorial, I am going to discuss what is meant by multi-threading in Python. So first of all, we will discuss what is meant by multitasking. So multitasking, it is nothing but performing multiple tasks at the same time. So that is called as multitasking. We are dealing with the operating system. So multitasking, it is nothing but the ability of operating system to perform multiple tasks at the same time. So this is called as multitasking. So you can see here what is my multitasking. At the same time, if you are using the laptop, at the same time you are opening a browser, at the same time you are listening to music, at the same time you are opening other applications like word processor or word PPT. So that is nothing but called as multiple tasks at the same time. So in multitasking, it is nothing but the ability of operating system to perform multiple tasks at the same time. Now there are two types of multitasking. So first multitasking is process based multitasking. So in case of process based multitasking, multiple processes running simultaneously. As I have given example, you are opening a word processor, you are opening PPT, you are opening browser, you are opening Google Meet. So all those applications will have one process of each one having a process. So there are multiple processes, those are running simultaneously. So this is the first type of multitasking, that is called as process based multitasking. Now second type of multitasking, that is a thread based multitasking. In case of thread based multitasking, single process will have a separate task, or single process will have small other processes, or you can say small task. So that is called as thread based multiprocessing. So single process will be considered as a main thread. If you are dividing a task into multiple threads, you can create a child threads. So that is nothing but you are dividing your task into multiple threads. So that is nothing but single process will have separate task. Here you can see I have opened the PowerPoint. I have opened this Anaconda Navigator. I have opened this folder. Okay, now there are multiple processes. You can see here in a task manager, open task manager, and here in a task manager you can see multiple processes are running. One is for Microsoft Edge, the process is running. Then Microsoft PowerPoint, the process is running. OBS Studio, the process is running. Python, then task manager, then Windows Explorer. So multiple processes are running together. So this is nothing but what is called as process based multitasking. If suppose you are taking example of FIFA game or Counter Strike game, so in that game, I mean, a single process is dividing task and it is given to the separate thread. Separate, that is a small process. I mean, sub process can handle the sound effect. One sub process can handle to display a graphics. Process can handle the interaction with the user. So that is nothing but called as single process. One Counter Strike, it is a main process, single process, and you can divide into multiple tasks. So that is called as thread based multitasking. Now what is meant by threading? As I have told, single process can consist of multiple threads. So you can divide a single process into multiple small sub processes. So that is called as threads. So single process can consist of multiple threads, and each thread, or you can say each sub process, can perform separate tasks. So here is the main process. You can see here is the main process. There are multiple threads and each thread can handle the separate task. Now in case of Python, how you can create a thread in Python? For creating or for writing a program related to threading, first of all you must import the threading module. So there is a threading module in a Python that can handle or that can be used for creation of the threads. So I will write a program without thread initially, and afterwards I will show you how to create the child thread. So it is without thread, without threading, without threading. Now see, if suppose I have one function, define function 1, and I'm writing, I want to print something 5 times, so I will write for I in range of 5, and then I will write print hello friends. Okay, So this will print 5 times. Now after printing, I will call the function 1. I will call this function, and finally I will write print end of program. So I have not created any thread here, so I will run this program. Now you can see the 5 times hello friends is printed and end of the program. Now I want to check whether who has done this. So for that, first of all, what I will do, I will import threading. Okay, import threading. Now I will run this. Okay, there is no error, means it is imported. Now I will check what is the thread, which thread, who is responsible for running this program, because I have not created the child thread. So that I will write current thread dot get name. Okay, and end of this program also I will check for who is the thread, or what is the thread who is responsible, dot get name. Now I will run this program once again. Now here you can see the printing of 5 times hello friends, it is responsible thread is main thread. That is nothing but main process. Similarly, end of program, it is performed by main thread, that is a main program. Now I will show you how to create the child thread. So I will create it. Now by creating child thread. Okay, creating child thread. So I will import this threading, run this. Now the same program I will take, but with some differences. Now here I will create a child thread. Suppose th1 is a child thread, and the function for creating a thread, that is threading dot thread, and you have to pass the function who you want to execute by the child thread. So it is target is equal to what? Function 1. So this particular function, it will be executed by the child thread whatever we have created, that is th1 is threading dot thread. Now after creating a thread, you have to start the thread by th1 dot start. Okay, now run this program. Okay, run this program and you will find the difference. See, hello friends, it is executed by thread 8, and the whatever 5 times hello friend, it is printed by thread 8, that is nothing but the child thread. And the final statement, that is nothing but end of the program, it is run by the main thread. This is run by the main thread. So here you have created the child thread who is performing the operation written in the function 1. Now see, if suppose I want to print this hello friends 50 times. Okay, 50 times. Then I will run this and I will show you what exactly happens. Now here you can see hello friends, it is performed by thread 9. Okay, and finally it is by main thread. But sometimes what happens, if your processor is so fast, so at that time in between there is some time where the main thread will say child thread that I will complete my task and you can further go ahead. So that in between sometimes in hello friends you will get the answer as end of program and then hello friends. Here we are not getting it. So such situation we can remove by using t1.join. So the use of t1.join is, once the child thread has started his working, there is no interruption by the main thread unless and until it will complete the task. Once it is completed, then main thread will come into picture and it will do the whatever remaining part. So that is nothing but use of join. So you can run this, you will get the same output, no issue, but here now it is thread 10. So you are creating thread again and again so that it is new thread. Name t1 is not, so th1, it is th1. So you can run it. Now you will get the program as the end of the program. So this is nothing but how you have created the child thread and how you have created child thread and how you have executed the function with the help of child thread. Now after child thread and after without thread, we will have the discussion of Multi-threading. So how to create multiple threads in Python? How to create multiple threads? And here we will compare what is the output or what is the time required for execution of the program without threading and with threading. Hence we are using the two modules for writing a program. One is threading module to create the threads, and the time module to compare how much time it takes, compare how much time it will take. So we will write a program, multi-threading program. Now I will write here as from threading import star. Okay, after importing this I will use one module, that is import time. I will run this. So there is no error, means threading and time is inserted or imported into the program. Now I will create multiple threads. So for that I will define a functions. Suppose square, square square. I will define a function square, suppose n, and what it will do for I in n, print. I want to print the square of it, I into I, and in between I have to use one function from the time, that is time dot sleep. I will give a 1 second delay in between, that is time dot sleep. Now I will have another function, that is define cube of n for I in n. What you have to print cube of this one, so I into I, and here also I will give the wait time, that is time dot sleep. Okay, 1 second delay. Now I will create one more function, define. Suppose the function is add. Okay, function is add n. Then for I in n, print n plus or I plus I, and then I will also have the 1 second delay, so time dot sleep of 1 second. Okay, so 3 functions I have as a square, cube and addition. Now initially I will show you without threading, and afterwards I will show you with thread. So that here I will give the name as without threading, or you can say multi-threading, without multi-threading. Now I will call the function, that is square. Before that I will have the n as a list. I will pass the list 2, 3, 3, 5, 4, 5, 3, 6. Okay, I have the list. Now I will call the function, that is nothing but square. I will pass the n. Then I will call the function cube, and I will pass the n, and I will have add, and I will pass the n. Now finally I will write print program executed. Now see, I have not used threading, I have not created the thread. Now I want to check how much time it will take without threading. So for that purpose, here I will write, suppose one variable a is equal to time dot time. So it is nothing but the current time before starting the program, and at the end I will have, suppose at the end b is the time, so time dot time, and I will print how much time it takes. So time taken is equal to how much time it is taken, b minus a. So it will print b minus a. Now you can run this program. there is a comma issue. So after execution there is an issue. Sleep, what is the one argument 0 given 1. Here you have to give the 1 second delay. Now once again you can run this program. Okay, now you can see the program is executing and performing first of all the square, then cube. It will find the cube of it, then it will find the addition. So it will take some time, and whatever time taken by the program, it will be displayed. So time taken 21.19 second for execution of this program without threading. Okay, without threading. Now we will use the same program and we'll create a thread to check how much time it takes with the threading. So here I will write the code, same code, and with thread. Okay, with threading. Now here I will create a threads. Suppose T1 is a thread. So threading dot thread and here what is the target? I want to execute the first function by using T1 thread. So target is square, comma, you have to pass the arguments. What is the argument? You have to pass the n. Now I will create T2 thread. So I will create Control V. I will press Control V. So T2 thread for execution of second function cube. So target is cube. Now T3 thread is for addition. Add. And you are passing the arguments, the same list you are passing. Now you have the what you can say the time. So you can take this Control X and here you can write it Control V. Now you can remove this. Now start T1. So T1 dot start. Okay, T1 dot start. Then T2 dot start. Then T3 dot start. Okay, T3 and afterwards you can have the T1, T2, T3 join. So Control C, Control V, join. Okay, we have written a program with the help of threads. We have just created threads to execute these functions square, cube and addition. Now we'll execute this and we'll see what happens with this. So there is issue, name square is not defined. SQRE. So spelling mistake. I will run this. Yeah, now here you can see the square, calculation of square. What is the time taken? The program has taken how much time? 7.09 second, and if you see this, it is taking 21.199 second. So with threading what happens? You have reduced the number of, or you have reduced the time required. Means at 3 times reduce 7 and it is 21. 7 and it is 21. So you have divided the task into multiple threads so that those threads are running parallelly and executing the functions, and because of that the time reduces. If suppose one task we have, if one person does this task in 10 hours, if 5 people come together to perform this task, then definitely that task will be performed in 2 hours. So parallelly they are doing. So that is what it is called as multitasking. So here I have shown without threads, without using a thread, the time taken is 21.19 seconds. But if you use threading, then time is reduced to how much? It is 7.09015 seconds. So that is nothing but called as the advantage of multi-threading. So whenever you are using multi-threading, you are reducing the time, you are increasing the performance of the system. So this is all about multi-threading.